Najdroższy whisky, kochany mój kochany.
How are we?
Good. I feel like it's been a bit of an adventure recently, so.
He don't want to work for nobody. It's really, really true now.
It was a little blur, but this is why you cannot ever give up on that vision, because it's like I said to you, think about how many people out there will not be able to be their best version of themselves until we are, right? So that gives us a sense of duty to not just perform, but be the best version of ourselves that we can possibly be. Because if I quit, not only, even though our mindful markets is still only a small community, those people would probably not be, mindset-wise, where they are now. And we've had a lot of great feedback. A lot of people's lives are actually changing and evolving, and they're realizing so many things about money, about not working for another person, and that trading is real and that they can do it as well. So that is one thing that I'm really grateful for, that I never ever gave up, because now I can be an example for others and be like, hey, look where I was. This is where I am now. This is where we can take it, you know?
So, sticking with you, what did financial freedom mean to you back then, and how has that evolved as your life has gone on?
I think the way I look at it now, it was always about materialistic items. I always wanted to drive a Lamborghini, fly around the world, business class, and stay in 5-star luxury hotels, be able to pay for my family for dinners, for food. And obviously that's a more meaningful one, but all the external stuff, you know, being in Thailand now, realizing how much of that stuff you don't actually need. And the most important thing is just making sure that you've got a good relationship with your friends and your family, you're helping others. That is the real luxury for me. Everything else is secondary. Of course, flying private, flying business class in comparison to economy is a lot better, but again, that's not an essential. So I even made a video on YouTube about it, about, you know, the meaning of what luxury is. So I feel like now it's changed, and now you don't really need much to genuinely feel like you're a millionaire already.
So watching Carol travel the world and chase his dreams, how, as a mother who was 16 to 18 hours away, how did that make you feel?
Oh my goodness. I don't care. It's like we see the first flight was delayed. I said to my friends, I said, I don't care. If it's cancelled, I rented board or something. I must have to see him, you know, it doesn't matter how, I must have to go. It was very hard trip. 11 hours take me, you know, after the surgery, my feet was painful or something.
She's literally just gone for a surgery in both of her feet as well.
Yeah, but I don't care for
It wasn't 11 hours, it was 20 hours.
No, 11 only Bangkok. Just
together
is 24 hours.
Just to Bangkok.
Together was 24 hours. It was very hard, but I was so happy, you know, see him. And much harder is say bye.
It's only temporary.
Before, obviously, this year of being so far apart, what was the longest you guys were apart from each other in the past? Have you ever had?
It was India.
No, India was 3 months.
Yeah, but I went to Australia and Germany, so it was like 6 months.
6 months when I see together.
So this was double, basically.
Yeah.
Okay.
But also first time, no, but it's like when I went to England, then my kids stay in Poland. But I fly every 2 months, yeah. But really, we've not been together nearly 1 year. After 1 year, my Carol, my niece came, you know, that was also very hard.
So what helped you stay connected emotionally whilst he was travelling, you were at home doing whatever? What helped you stay sane in a sense?
Yeah,
because a whole year is long.
I know, but we have a WhatsApp now. We're talking nearly every second day. If he's busy, when I try call him, he texts me, Mom, I'm busy now, I call later or evening. Like, we're talking every second day, nearly, you know.
I think the longer it gets, it becomes a bit more normal to understand, okay, right, he's not just going to fly back around, you know, we're not going to meet immediately, because as much as, yes, this is my mother in this lifetime, we are still on our own individual journeys. So I think that was the hardest thing for both of us to learn, is that I have a duty in this world to help others, and to, just like you helped me in many different aspects and other people, the best thing that you can do for someone is to give them your time and attention, like we said before. So I feel like me being away from everyone in my family allowed me to grow a lot faster, because I needed to, well, I was forced. You're in a different habitat. You need to fend for yourself. You need to make your own money. You need to make the right decisions. You need to have good management skills. So I think me being busy doing what I'm doing helped me specifically to stay emotionally stable. But again, like she just said, because we have the internet, it's so easy to just get in contact. But me, obviously, being in person, it's
also
completely different
6
experience,
hours
isn't
is
it?
different. In Poland, for example, now it's afternoon and here is evening. Yeah, 6 hours. But I waiting sometimes when he was busy. Oh my God, I must have to wait till 1 o'clock at night in England because here is 7 o'clock. You already
So
wait.
he's waking up. Yeah.
You know, that's why I said, okay, I call in the morning. But doesn't matter. It's like I miss him so much, you know, and I don't know how would it happen if I have another two boys there. We are very close with. I'm very close with them, and but Carol is my little boy, and still
Are you the youngest
Yeah.
yes,
out of two other
Yeah.
boys?
Yeah.
Out of three.
Three.
Yeah.
three boys. Yeah.
So how would you both now describe your relationship today, after everything that you've both been through, from start to finish, from loans here, helping him, you constantly drilling it, I'm going to make it, I'm going to make it. Now you've sort of come full circle and you can sit back and look at that.
Yeah, of course, I'm very, very proud what he did, even has this year. And I'm very proud because he, like he said, he's by self here, but he must have to manage everything, cooking, clean. Even I went to apartment one day. It's perfect, like my house,
Just like she
because my house, I'm really very like
There's not a single speck of dust in the house.
clean, cooking, everything. And Carlos is exactly the same. Very clean, everything tidy, wardrobe, socks, everything. I'm very proud because he managed by himself, you know, without me. Because I think all the time when he left me, how he gonna live without me? 20 something
Spent
years
28
he spent
28
together,
years.
and now he's going 6,000 miles from me. I don't know. I was crying 3 months, nearly 3 months. Oh my God! Have every good. I have a job. Good. I have it. Like I'm said, the kids around me. But every minute, I remember Carol. I thinking what he's doing, how he managed them. But I'm very proud, very very proud of him.
So following on from that, what's something Carol has taught you? Now we know obviously your mum has taught you an awful lot, which is what has shaped you to you are today. But what has Carol taught you?
Yeah,
Ciao.
Carol. Carol is, I know it's my son, but he's like very kind. He never swearing, first of all. He pray for everything. And what else? And jak to się mówi? I'm kind of person like must have to be right now everything, yeah? Do it, cooking, bring me, call me or something. And he slowly, for everything his time. Like he teach me this. I'm try doing this. I'm very completely different person if I'm still with him, you know, because he teach me like
Patience.
be patient, how waiting for everything coming soon, not now.
To trust.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So sticking with you, Mum, what does this visit to Koh Samui, I mean, for the both of you, I'll give this to the both of you, what does this visit, spending the last 2 weeks here, what does this mean to the both of you?
For me, first of all, of course, it's holiday, but he spent so much time what he can't stay with me. But I'm very happy, my goodness. He give me, he can't, you know, I can't pay for this, I can't pay for this, because he said, Mom, this is holiday. You know, he pay for everything what we've been together, you know. I know he's my son, he's working very hard, but I know he give me everything what he got. The holiday with him was fabulous, incredible. What can I say?
So this is a bit of a tough one for you. So apologies if this makes you, I mean, it might not, but if you could freeze one moment from this trip and keep it forever, what would it be?
The first day and last day.
So I think that's a good answer.
It's a
Yeah.
great answer. We'll swiftly move on so we can get rid of your tears. Carol, what's next for you, personally and professionally?
I think I always whenever even when I ask myself that question, I'm always asking what's next, what is now, kind of thing. Like what am I focusing on? And I think the first thing that comes into my mind is making sure that my health and wellness is maintained. That is the priority over every single thing. That's why I do it every single morning before I actually start the working day, business day, meetings, whatever. So it's actually putting a little bit more weight on, putting a bit more size on, and just being a little bit more stronger as the years kind of go by. Because I'm 29 now, so even if it took me another, let's say, 10 years as I'm peaking, energy-wise, strength-wise, wisdom and knowledge, that's the priority. Regarding business, finance, I'd like to definitely travel the world a lot more over the next few years. I'd like to make sure that I put myself in a position where I can retire mum, so she doesn't have to work anymore. So then if wherever I am in the world, I can just fly her out and I can just spend more time. If I don't know if she still wants to live in the UK or eventually wants to come over where I am. Mm-hmm. That's the second intention. And then regarding mindful markets is basically to grow it into global mindfulness school, because there's so many people out there who need the education, need the help. And it's not just about the trading, it's genuinely understanding how to become a better human being, how to develop, how to understand how the mind works, because that's what most people are missing. Because there's so much misinformation, there's so much lies out there, and one thing about what we offer at Mindful Markets is authenticity, and you got to be some kind of individual to be able to join, to be that kind of community. If you're not
Adam, Regina.
But I'll get to that. If you're not willing to grow and evolve, then it's going to be a little bit hard for you to be a better human being and develop as a trader, because you actually need to become a completely different human, and develop the right habits and patterns and thinking behaviors to get to that level. So I feel like that's my duty, to help others experience that. And yeah, I definitely want to be more closer to my family on a longer term basis, because 6,000 miles is obviously long. I know that this is temporary. I know that I would definitely like to live in Thailand, maybe have a villa or some sort of access here. Whether we're going to stay here forever and not go anywhere else, that's probably not it. And definitely, like I say, this is the best place in the world I've experienced, but there's so many other places as well, and who knows. So that's kind of the near future. So health, business, growing mindful markets, and making sure that my family's taken care of as well.
So just following on from that, but a different perspective, how do you want to impact others who have come from similar backgrounds? And this can be answered by the both of you.
How
do you want to impact others who have come from similar backgrounds to you?
How do I want to impact them? So what kind of effect would I like to have on other people's lives in a way? Well, I've always believed that I have the ability to give people the ability to believe in themselves. I think it's helping people realise that no matter what you've been through, whether it's abuse or whether it's trauma, whether you've been in debt, whether you've, had any sort of pain in the world, I feel like that is something that I'd like to pass on to others. So the amount of pain and suffering and experiences that I put myself alone, I would like to explain to people that it doesn't matter the intensity of what you've been through and how bad things were, because life is temporary and every experience that we go through is temporary as well. So just because something happened in the past doesn't mean it has to continue happening. And every single person is literally one decision away from a completely different life. So if I can just inspire one person every day for the rest of my life, then I feel like I've done a good job.
So I've got 2 more questions, one for you, Mum, and then one for the both of you. What are your hopes for Carol's future?
Oh my God! First, he must have to have family. My God, it's like I have already daughter-in-law, and I wish the same for Carol. Have children, family, and good life, and be with me.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter how.
Short and sweet.
So many made.
Yeah, I think she's right. I've always known that at some point the family life will be a part of the experience. I just knew that, especially being the youngest, and obviously I saw my oldest brother get married at 18, have his first child, and my second brother had they had all these different girlfriends and experiences. So I just observed it subconsciously, and for me it was like, wow, they're having this problem or that problem. So I just thought, right, is this what I actually want? So in a way, I used them as a tool to be like, do I want to be like that, or do I want to be like something else? And obviously the latter. So I took a different path, and it was mindfulness and investing. So that's kind of how we got here.
No, obviously not now. In the future, he's too young now.
Well, first of all, need to find the right partner.
Exactly.
Understand her ups and downs.
Exactly.
Whether she's able to be a mother, first of all, because there's so many females, there's so many girls out there, but unfortunately,
They think, okay, it's child, doesn't matter.
there's a
Lots
certain
changed.
No,
Yeah.
Just say
absolutely.
that for sure.
Life is completely changed if you have child.
In every human, but yeah, when it comes to relationships, I think it's one of the biggest tolls that's happened, I think, in
But
our
first of all,
generation.
you must have to know this person. Can you stay and live with her all life? You must have to know.
That's a
and
big
then
risk.
you know.
Because how do you know?
No, you feel this.
Yeah.
If you meet the right person, you know.
But it does take time, obviously. You're
Of
not
course,
just going to immediately.
you must have to know her how. You know.
Look how many people in this world now fall in love so quickly, having a child and then breaking up. Like I can imagine the percentage is really, really high.
80%
No,
of
no.
the people we've been
And
in
the
school
kids
with.
have not school, not mom or not dad. What is the life? No. The parents must be both.
So, last but not least, for the both of you, if you could give a message to all families who are just starting their journey in a new country, or a mother who is going through similar with their son who is trying to pursue something, what would your messages be?
Try keep my kids together. Doesn't matter. He's Thailand, he's Germany, he's in America. My family all the time must be talking
Close.
together, close. We always, visit. I don't care, even one time a year. We must have to be close. We must have to love together. We must have to speak about every problem. That's why, what for is family? For this only. We must have to be together. Doesn't matter when, where, when the kids going. I don't know. In my heart, it's like I don't care. Like Carol is in Thailand. Maybe one moving to Poland, but I'm always teach them we must have to be together. Doesn't matter where, what doesn't happen, what happened.
Yeah.
For my family, I give everything. I sell everything. I borrow everything to be for them.
Yeah, I think that's yeah. I think I'd say the same, because for any family out there who is either in a similar situation, worse, or even slightly better off, but they're still struggling, whether it's with debt, whether it's relationships within mother, father, in brothers, sisters. First of all, we have one life, we have one family. Obviously, we do choose a family as in friends that are really close, that we obviously learn. I lost my train of thought. That we meet along the way. That's what I meant to say. Kept on saying learn. Yes, obviously, depending on who you meet along the way can be part of your family. But you're given one family, so it literally doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how big your struggle is. That's what makes the height of your success on a longer term journey. Because if you don't have any stories or any trauma, any experiences that you've been through, there's nothing to tell. There's no story to then share with others for it to be impactful for other people's lives. So if you are listening to this and you're currently experiencing going through some challenges or some pain with your friends and family, understand that that's temporary and you need to solve that, because the last thing that you'd probably want is not to speak to your friends, or either to not have friends or not have family that you actually speak to, because then it does feel like you're very alone. So when you develop that relationship with your family and shit happens, you can always help each other. If you don't have that family, obviously, unfortunately, some people don't, and that's just the way God made it to be. So if you do have a family, and just remember that everything's temporary. It doesn't matter how intense the experience was, how painful it was. If you believe it and you see it, you will experience it.
I love that. I know I said one last question. One word to round up these last 2 weeks.
One word?
One word.
One word. I love more than before.
More.
My son.
More.
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 And you?
Agreed.
Yeah. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Thank
That was
you.
very, very,
Thank you
very
very
good
much.
question. Very emotional. Huh?